Hey guys, hope you're all well. I haven't vlogged in quite a while. In fact, I've been really rubbish. It's been a few weeks since I've managed to get a second to sit down and record a vlog. And I thought I would actually make my sort of latest vlog or this vlog about sort of the reasons why I haven't managed to do a vlog for the last few weeks. And really it's because I've actually found the last few weeks really tough. I have been extremely anxious. I have just felt like I just can't do everything. I guess the best word to describe it would be like overwhelmed, just feeling like completely, I can't do it all. That's exactly how I feel. I just can't do everything. I'm sure a lot of you mums out there know that feeling of just trying to be everything. You're trying to be, a mum. You're trying to be, especially for those working out there, you're trying to be a worker, you're trying to be a friend, you're trying to be a wife, you're trying to keep a house, trying to be a daughter, trying to be a sister, trying to do everything. And I just feel like over the last few weeks, I've just been like trying to juggle a lot of balls and dropping them all. And I just literally in my head, I've just felt like I just can't do this all. If you've watched any of my vlogs before, you'll know that I work in London as a freelance journalist, so I don't work full time, and I have so much respect for people that do, because I'm finding even part-time working blooming hard work while trying to juggle being a mum. My daughter's 2, and so I know it's not like the baby stage at all, but I find at the 2 age quite hard work. There's a lot of tantrums, a lot of sort of trying to get her ready in the morning and her refusing to put her shoes on. And I know the experts say you're meant to reason with them or like give them choices, and well, if you put your shoes on you can do this, and if you don't put your shoes on then you do that, which is fine when you're not like completely rushing and trying to get out of house and get to work. And I just feel like every morning recently has just been so manic, and I get to work like 8:30 in the morning after a hour and a half to 2 hours commute, and I'm already like and then you have a day's work, and I feel like at work I'm just rubbish. I hate being bad at anything, and I feel recently that I'm bad at everything. I feel like I'm just not able to give everything 100%. A huge reason for that is taking on far too much and not being able to say no. But so I work, as I mentioned, I work in London, live in Kent, so in Maidstone. So yeah, my commute's about an hour and a half to 2 hours into work. But as well as that, I'm doing a teaching course, which has been a lot more work than I ever anticipated. And I'm also doing a diploma in child psychology. So I'm kind of a bit like, I think I might have taken on far too much in one go, because I just seem to have this inability to say no to anything. And realising when you become a mum, I think you have to realise that you have to say no to things, and that's something I'm still working on and still finding really hard. Everything kind of culminated a couple of weeks ago. It was actually on my birthday, worst birthday ever. It was also the day that I had my micro teach at the teaching course that I do, and I was so stressed and so nervous. And I woke up that morning just feeling totally overwhelmed, just feeling like I just couldn't do it, and I hadn't slept either, which never helps things because I have really bad insomnia. That morning, anyway, I ended up having like a full-blown panic attack. I've only ever had 2 in my life, and the last time I ended up in an ambulance because I'd never had one before, and it was on a train station. I had to get off the train. I just stopped before I was meant to get off because I just started hyperventilating, and then I got off the train and couldn't breathe, and because I wasn't breathing, my hands and my fingers went all tingly, and I'd never experienced anything like it before. So the train staff phoned an ambulance because I was sort of like, I don't know what's happening. So that was the first one I ever had, which was about 8 months ago. And then on the morning of my birthday, I had another one. Now, I didn't phone an ambulance or anything because I know kind of what feels like now, so I knew what was happening. It's just caused because I just get so anxious and hyperventilate a lot, and so my husband came down and he helped to try and make me breathe and try and calm down, and I knew that's what I had to do, was just like calm down, but it's still really scary. And I guess finally made me go, right, I just have to calm down. I just can't say yes to everything because I just can't cope with the anxiety. A lot of people that know me or sort of, friends, apart from my very close friends, would probably be quite shocked to think that I get so anxious or sort of down in a way, because I always seem like so confident and happy and full of life and doing bits on screen and, interviewing people with my job, but I actually get so nervous for loads of things and so anxious. So after that panic attack, I really just thought, right, I can't go on like this because it's not fair on Sophia. I'm making myself ill. I had to go to the doctor that day, and was given some tablets because they're a bit worried about me. And I'm not saying any of this for any sort of like sympathy reason or anything like that, because I'm not, and I just know that a lot of people out there actually do suffer with anxiety and panic attacks, and maybe this might help them to know that they're not alone. And as a parent, maybe it's made it worse. For me, I know that it has, because I guess there's just an extra pressure and you're even more busy and trying to do everything and not wanting to let people down. But after that day, which was about a week and a half ago now, I suddenly just thought I can't keep going at the pace that I'm going. Something's gonna have to give, or I'm gonna have to finish something. Now, thankfully, the teaching course has now finished, and that's been a huge relief. I mean, I enjoyed it to an extent, but it was just a lot more work than I had anticipated while working. I've also said no to a few shifts, which I never do, because I've just managed to learn to get a bit more, no, I can't do it all. I can't take on every shift. Luckily my work are great and do understand. But obviously it's nerve-wracking. You don't want to say no to too much, especially when you're freelance. They'll just get someone else. And so you feel a bit rubbish saying no about anything. But the other thing that's really helped me is I got away with some friends on a hen party. It was amazing, and it was such a good few days, and being surrounded by good friends and having fun and just having that little break and just getting away from it all really, really, really helped. I came back and just felt like sort of a different person, not completely straight away, because it still takes you quite a while to get back to normal. I actually think sort of the last few days are the first time in months that I felt like I'm sort of me again, that I'm not so distracted. Before, when I'd be chatting to people, my mind would be wandering because I'd be constantly thinking about 1,000,001 other things. But the last few days, I feel like I'm getting back to feeling normal again. So to anyone out there that's sort of feeling really anxious or feeling really stressed out and feeling really overwhelmed, I totally know what it feels like. It can be really difficult. But my advice would be that just to try and get a break somehow, just to have that little bit of relaxation time and stress-free time, I think is really important. The other bit of advice I would say is, learn to say no. Take days off work if you have to. Your health is important because you have a little person to look after, and if you're ill, what are they going to do? So you kind of have to make sure your health is good, and by that I mean mental health as well as physical health. Don't worry about letting people down, which is something I worry about all the time, because once they have kids, they'll be letting you down lots too. And other mums understand generally, because we're always late and cancelling last minute because of sickness. I think it's harder for those that don't have kids just to understand how difficult it can be sometimes to even just get out of the house. But if anyone else has sort of felt really overwhelmed or has coped with anxiety or panic attacks and has gone through all that and has any advice you could give me, please let me know, because I'm still learning how to juggle everything and cope with everything. Leave any comments you've got. Always appreciate your advice, and I'll chat to you all soon. Thanks. Bye.